Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm 22 and I have dystonia. This week it is Dystonia Awareness Week, hence the lovely green streak I currently have in my hair. This is why I'm doing my first vlog. It's part of my awareness. Some of you may read my blog, Dystonia and Me. Some of you have actually asked that I do a vlog, so bear with me. I've not done one before and I'm a little bit new at that. Don't really know where to begin. I don't want to go into too much detail in this one, so I don't really know where to begin. My dystonia mainly affects my face, so it affects my eyes, my jaw, my neck and my left arm, and I get Botox in all those areas. So my neurologist injects me here, here, about here, and somewhere around there. And if I didn't have, or if it's overdue, my Botox, then I can't really eat. My talking goes out the window, and my eyes like to clamp shut, or they don't really shut at all. I end up like that, and I find it really hard to do anything. I end up sounding like I'm drunk, which, if you don't know me, can be interesting. And it's very painful. Botox makes a huge difference for me. Most people have their Botox every 12 weeks, and as many of you probably know, I have mine every 6, because it only lasts about 5 to 6 weeks for me. Though this time round I've been really lucky and it's lasted 7 weeks, which I'm very thankful for. And I have Dysport, which is one of the 3 types of Botox, and that works really well for me. And I've been having my injections done at the National Hospital for Neurology and Neurosurgery, and I've been having them done there since October 2012, and I've been having them done by the same neurologist there, who is absolutely amazing and very lovely. He's such a star, and I quite like him. He's very nice, and he takes the time to listen to me, which is great. Not a lot of doctors do that, so it's very nice. I had quite a fight to find a doctor who would do that. I'd first suffered with dystonia in 2010. It was in my jaw, and I sort of was like that. And I was just told it's dystonia. After 3 months of being like that, we were told, we'll wash your jaw out, give you general anaesthetic, you'll be fine, don't worry about it, and we'll put some Botox in, and you know, it'll be fine. Wasn't told what dystonia was, didn't bother to look it up, wasn't told that, you know, wasn't curable. So I didn't think anything of it. Went back to my A-levels, didn't think anything of it. So 2 years later, when I was, you know, on the labour ward helping people deliver their babies, I was rather blissful, and I came home for the weekend and my jaw started hurting, and I was a little bit worried, and it came back, and my mum offered to take me to A&E, but again I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, I'll get a doctor to shove some Botox in it and I'll be fine again. I honestly thought that it was an infection or something, because I didn't understand what dystonia was. So I said to Mum, don't worry, when I go back to university, I'll go to the doctors, ask for some Botox, and I'll be fine. Which was a little bit naive. I probably should have looked it up. And when I got back to university, I went to the doctors and said, oh, can I have some Botox please? And they freaked. I spent a whole day trying to prove that I hadn't had a stroke, because this side of my face had completely drooped. My jaw was right across it. I understand why they thought I'd had a stroke. I did probably look like that. It wasn't an attractive look. And as the day went on, they x-rayed my jaw several times, and every time they did it, my jaw spasmed further and further across. It got really, really bad. And in the end, they weren't listening when I was saying, you know, Google it. The treatment for dystonia is Botox, like, seriously. And they weren't listening at all. And the consultant, the maxillofacial consultant, said, oh, you know, I've treated this before. He hadn't. I'll wire your jaw shut under general anaesthetic and it'll be fine. But because he was the head maxillofacial, I honestly thought he was telling the truth. So I signed the consent form, let him wire my jaw shut, which was a big mistake. And when I came round, my jaw was straight, mainly because it had lots of wire holding it shut. So I was released from the hospital, and 3-4 hours later the spasm came back and it broke every single wire in my mouth. And like, honestly, that hospital, they tried to put it back where it should be, the local anaesthetic. They tried to put it back, and the spasm got so bad that my jaw dislocated, and they couldn't do anything. It took 3 months to find another hospital that would Botox me, and eventually we found my current neurologist, who is a star, who every time something goes wrong, he'll go, right, this is what we'll do, or we'll try this medication, or we'll inject you here, or we'll up your Botox. He's fantastic. Whereas we've had lots of doctors or neurologists who don't understand. And dystonia is a very complicated condition, and from what I understand, most doctors won't come across the condition in their practice and career, so they don't know about it. I don't think that's an excuse to not listen to a patient if they have it and they're trying to explain to you what it is, and a lot of people won't listen to you, which is a little bit annoying. And as a patient, I believe you should become an expert in your condition. So if you're sitting there going, I have this and I would like you to, I'd like this, please, because it's going to help me, but, you know, they'll learn. But, yeah. But throughout Dystonia Awareness Week, I'm going to be doing lots of vlogs, a few vlogs, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this is an introduction to me. I'm going to do a couple more vlogs, mainly focusing on different aspects of the condition, different treatments, different awareness things that have been done, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'll see you soon.